Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you a brand new episode from Project Mineoid. And in this episode, we are going to be working a little bit more on a jungle base, but first there's something that needs to be dealt with, and you may be able to hear it right now. You hear that? You hear those cicadas? Yeah, apparently Aaron decided that we were going to have prank wars, and he decided to stick cicadas all around my house. Wifey is about to go mad, and she kind of wants to kill him. So, I figure we probably should deal with the cicadas. I'm not really sure where he put them, but I'm guessing he put them in the walls somewhere. So I just wanted to point out that that is a thing. But I'm going to let Wifey deal with it. I'm going to head to my jungle base. I've got some supplies and stuff for building, so I will meet you over there in just a minute. Alright guys, I am back, and we are here at the beginnings of our little jungle base. I have decided to make a couple of changes. I don't really like this acacia wood color with the jungle wood. I think the jungle wood I'm actually going to keep, because it fits the theme of a jungle tree fort Ewok Village type base, which is kind of what I'm going for. But I think it needs a wood for the railings and highlights and stuff that gives a little bit more of a color contrast. So I'm thinking what I'm going to use is I'm going to use great wood, because I think that will actually look pretty good. So I've got some great wood with me. Let's just go into the yellow backpack, and we'll just make some of these, and we'll give this a try. Oh yeah, that looks perfect. That'll work very well. I know some people are not a fan of the jungle wood, but just bear with me here. I think it'll turn out better than you might think. So we'll go for the jungle wood, and then great wood highlights for things like fences, railings, you know, that kind of stuff. So, there we go. Yeah, I like that considerably better. Let's come down here and grab some of this acacia wood that fell. And that should do nicely. Now, we are going to need some more jungle wood. I've got quite a bit of it, so that we should be okay, at least for the time being. Let's put some of these back up here. We'll grab our jungle wood. And I'm thinking we want to extend this to somewhere else. Maybe this tree. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards, because the idea that I'm going for is I basically want to have a jungle tree fort that extends around in pretty much every direction. We are going to need our lumber axe, though. So let's grab that. And let's do away with these branches right here. Get those out of the way. And then I'm thinking we'll put the next platform right about here. So let's get these leaves cleared away as well. I notice that this tree... There we go. I was going to say, I'm noticing that those leaves are not disappearing like they should be. And then I think we'll clear away this one too. So let's just get rid of that. And that should do quite nicely. Okay, cool. So, next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make a bunch of jungle wood planks, and I'm probably going to want to gather a bunch more jungle wood than what we've got. So, let's get this platform started. We'll kind of survey how much we'll need, and then we'll go from there. I think I want this one to be at a different elevation. I'm thinking, let's see, there. I'm thinking about here or so is probably where I want this next platform to go. So let's just build this around, and I'm going to build it out around the tree, and I will be back in just a little bit. Alright guys, I am back, and we've got ourselves the makings of a little bit of a platform here. So now we're just going to kind of fill it in a little bit at a time. And basically what I did was... the blocks there not agreeing with me today. There we go. So basically what I did was I made basically just a little platform that goes out that was 4 wide and extends 5 from the tree in every direction. So now we're going to kind of round it out a little bit to give us more of a rounded appearance, which is what I'm going for in this platform. That one's kind of a big square, but I really want this one to be a little bit more rounded. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go like that. I think that'll do. So one here and one here. And then we'll do the same on all sides. There we go. So that looks pretty round to me. I think that will do nicely. Now, the next thing that we need to work on is a way to get from here to here. So I think what I'll do is I will come up here and we'll knock out maybe maybe these 2 right here. I think that should do. And then we'll make basically what's going to be a staircase that comes down from right up here. So we'll go like that. I should probably make myself some stairs now that I'm looking at it. Let's just do this. And that's part of the reason that I'm using jungle wood for the primary material for this build. Is it's all over the place around here. I don't need to run back and forth between my other house and this one to go get any supplies, any of that kind of stuff. I'm sure there's some sort of mod that would let me teleport these things, but you know, the technical mods, they're not really for me, at least for the most part. So we're just going to stick with this for now. And we'll just make a little staircase that comes down like this. And right about there. I think that looks pretty good. So we've got a staircase that goes down. Yeah, that'll do quite nicely. Okay. Now, we're going to put the jungle wood away to get it out of our inventory, at least for the time being. And I'm going to grab some carpenter's barriers. Now, these are going to come over, and do I want to do it? Yeah, I'm thinking over and down like this, like little guardrails to prevent you from falling off. And then they'll connect right here. We'll do the same right about there. If I can get it lined up properly. There we go. And then here as well. And that one will just kind of come all the way over. And we'll bring those around the edges of this little area. Just like this. And once we've got our railing established, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good indeed. We'll take our great wood and we'll just patch that up to give us that consistent color palette that we're going to be using for the majority of this build. Now, this whole thing is currently looking a little bit drab. I do realize that. Don't worry, it is not even close to completed yet. There's still quite a lot left to do. And I'm thinking what I want to do next is I want to get a roof on this, because as we know, it rains quite a lot in the jungle. And the last thing that you want to do when you're safe in your home is get rained on. That's just not a lot of fun. So what we're going to do up here is we're going to make ourselves another layer that's basically going to be a roof, And I think we'll start it, let's see. Let's grab some jungle wood. We'll grab these slabs. There we go. I'm thinking we'll put it... You want to go 3 or 4 high? I'm thinking we'll put it 3 high. Yeah, that should work. And we're basically just going to bring it out all around the perimeter of this little area. Just like... Is that right? 1 more. Just like this. Oh, went 1 too many there, but that's okay. See? There's that rain I was just talking about. So that works out nicely. We'll get rid of these extra ones. And then we'll go ahead and... All we got to do here is just fill them in. So I'm going to get this all filled in, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright guys, I am back. So we've got that done. And I decided to go ahead and put the roof right away on this one as well to keep it nice and dry there. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add ourselves some supports that will be holding up this roof. Because that's going to be obviously quite important. Now, I will need my carpenter's hammer. And let's get that one to the texture that it... Not exactly sure why that one isn't working. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. And then we'll put those here. And what I'm kind of leaning towards doing is something like this, but the problem is then it doesn't connect. So I guess we'll just stick with the default one for the time being. And then here we'll put up a support. Down here we'll want a support here and there, I'm thinking. And then on these ones we'll maybe do these corners like this. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. That'll give us plenty of open space. Just like that. There we go. And then, let's see, this would also be considered a corner as well. And then I suppose maybe we could put one right here too. Yeah, why don't we do that? We'll also put one on those corners kind of hanging out in the side. So, that's good. Well, we just need a couple more carpenter's barriers. I almost missed a couple. But that looks pretty good. Let's grab our great wood and get those all patched in. And then we'll take a look at our handiwork and see what we think. Let's see here. Got all that. That one will go there. We'll do this. We'll do this. There's another one that's all derped up. There we go. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. Now, let's take a look at it from over here. Yeah, that's beginning to look like something. We're making progress. We do definitely need to add some more detail and things like that to it. But it definitely looks better than it did. Let's eat a little bit of food here real quick, because I am getting kind of hungry. And then we definitely need to get some torches and lighting down in here. So I'm thinking we'll put the torches just on the inside of each of these little pillar spots. That should keep it all nice and lit up in here. I don't know what each of these rooms and platforms and things are going to be used for yet, but we will definitely find a use for them. Now, the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're definitely going to want to add some support structure up on the top as well. So I'm thinking we'll do something kind of like this, just to give us a little bit more of a shape, make it look like it's not just a totally flat layer, and make it look like there's actually some sort of support structure holding that up. We need to do that down here as well. We'll maybe bring that out like 4 blocks. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll just bring that out in every direction. Something like this, I'm thinking. And 4. Like that. There we go. And then here we can maybe bring this out like that. And like that. So how does that look from down here? That looks pretty good. We did miss a side, so we should probably fix that right away. But it doesn't look terrible. We could even add a little bit more dimension to it by doing something along those lines. And then that should give us a nice supported looking structure, which it does. We'll want to do something similar up here as well. So we'll maybe take this part out. I'm thinking 4 again. And we'll go like that. Because the idea is you just want to avoid having a totally flat surface. That doesn't look good. And then we'll maybe do something like this, so it looks like it has a little bit more support up top. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad at all. So we've definitely got a good start on our jungle base here. Now, the hard part is going to be connecting other stations, figuring out what to do with each of these sections. Apparently I can't actually fly out right there, and that's kind of problematic. So maybe what we'll do is like let's see, what's the direction that we're not going to expand? Maybe like right here, we'll just take out these little bits and give ourselves a little entrance there. We could even extend the platform, like so. And then we can maybe bring this support structure out a bit more on this side as well. Something like that. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll bring that bit over and around as well. Now I do need a little bit more jungle wood, not a whole lot, so I can finish this bit of the project. But I must say, it is coming along quite nicely. So we'll just bring this over, maybe bring that up like this. Take that out. Put these in. Grab our great wood to give it the colors that it needs. And there we go. Now we've got ourselves a little landing platform that we can get to and land on. So that works pretty well, I think. And I think that that is about all that we have time for in this episode, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I really do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time. You need to think of a name for your dog.
How about donkey?
Donkey?
Donkey. Like doggy. Like your doggy.
You're gonna name your doggy Doggy?
I don't know.
That's so creative.
How about Zip?